Brightest blessings, everybody. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the paranormal priestess. I feel really intense today. I literally was very pushed to do this message to talk about some of the things that have been going on this month, even aside from the message that I had put up about the month of May. But in particular, Archangel Michael really steps up for me, and he would really like to deliver a message about what has been happening since the full moon, because there has been a major shift that I'm pretty sure many of you who have been on the journey are absolutely feeling at this time. But before I get into that, and just talk about some of the things that are happening, the energies and whatnot, I am actually guided to talk about Archangel Michael for those who don't know him or maybe don't know how to work with him. Archangel Michael, as you can see, is on my altar. I have been working with Archangel Michael since I was young. I always felt a draw to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the archangel that really brings you a sense of strength, protection, commitment to purpose. Now, in terms of me, I had to deal with a lot of dark energies that were plaguing my home as I was growing up. And it was pretty scary. I shared a little bit of it on the extraction video that I did. I know I did a couple of videos on that, but in one of the videos I spoke about that, and I had to deal with some pretty negative manifestations in the home that caused a lot of turmoil within my family structure. And as someone that was going to end up doing the work that I'm doing today as an angel channeler, psychic medium, and a very rare, unique spirit extractor specialist, I can understand very much so why I would be under attack and receive interferences from lower beings. So this is where Archangel Michael comes in. Archangel Michael, I always felt this very strong connection with him. And when I was a teenager, I would have a little tea light lit for him and just a very small, simple statue I got at a religious shop. And when I just didn't know how to deal with so many of the very hard things that were going on in my life, and the energies being in the home, that was definitely, certainly one of them. But with anything, Archangel Michael I always turned to, and I would have these intense conversations. I wouldn't even say that it would be quote unquote praying, in that sort of sense, although I have done many prayers to Archangel Michael. But Archangel Michael I would speak to as a friend. I would just pour my heart out and my concerns to. And I always felt his very strong, very commanding presence within my room. There's no mistaking Archangel Michael's energy. He has such a strong energy, a masculinity about him. And I would hear like certain clicks in the room when he was there, like just certain random sounds in the corners of my rooms, and I just knew it was him because I felt that loving presence in my heart. And it's funny, today, as I was getting some of my notes together with the message that he was giving me, and he was talking about the galactic shift, this candle here, this blue candle, literally popped really loud when I got to that part. So I just wanted to mention that as an extra confirmation. But getting back to Archangel Michael, I really don't think that I would be where I am today without working with Archangel Michael for his protection and just being able to really pour my heart out and feeling strong with him and feeling that I am committed to my path, as unique and unconventional as it is, and how different I always felt from everybody else. Archangel Michael really kept me grounded in who I am, to not veer off the path. And I felt certainly a sense of protection in my home. Before I went to sleep, I always would pour my heart out to him, and that was my time. Archangel Michael, so he is, of course, a protector, major protector angel. His color is blue, so I'm wearing blue today, and I always light a blue candle for him. His sword is blue. He is a soldier, a general. He is your warrior, if you want to say your badass warrior soldier. That's Archangel Michael, and certainly when I do my extraction work, he is that, because he helps me do all of the dark clearings that I do. He leads me in and helps me to do all that remote work. So the color blue is extremely protective, and his blue sword will help you to find your strength when you lose your strength. Find your courage when you feel like you no longer have courage. Find your way when you just don't know where to turn, how to turn, and you feel like just giving up with your mission. He is all about mission. So that blue sword really is very strong, and I do find that some people, especially like clients, they come to me and they say that they see that Archangel Michael, they see his sword, they see that he's present with them, and he shows up in meditations, and he's always there to help those who are committed to their spirituality and to their mission, help validate and confirm and give them the bravery they need to take that next step. So Archangel Michael really is the angel that I always recommend to clients who feel lost. They just can't find their way. They can't find their way within themselves. They feel weak, or they feel like they are just not good enough to do their mission, or they just don't know how it's going to be received, or they're procrastinating, or they're just not confident overall in their abilities. Archangel Michael is always someone who is there to strengthen you up again. Archangel Michael's sword also will help you to cut away any type of negative psychic cords. So say there has been very negative people in your space, and a lot of times you feel like you bring their energy home with you, or you are empathically just affected by them. Perhaps you went into an area where there was negative spirits. Suppose you took them home with you, and you feel like there are attachments or things like that. Archangel Michael is always one to call upon when you want to release negativity. If you want to cut those negative psychic cords from people, from places, from spirits, Michael is who to turn to. So a lot of times when we are growing on our spiritual journeys, we have to come across a time when we have to release and purge out things that are no longer in our highest good. And I'm saying it mildly when I say it's a very difficult process for many of us, because we hold on so tightly to a lot of things. We hold on to people who have hurt us, or we hold on to just very lower emotions. We maybe think very negative thoughts about ourselves. We feel badly about ourselves. we have a lot of karma, some of us, and the karma, it's all negative energy that we take. When we take it throughout lifetimes as well. It's not just this lifetime. So working with Archangel Michael and his blue sword and asking him, bringing him forward. Now, I want to mention this, and I know Archangel Michael asked me to mention this to you as well, is that angels have to be asked, okay? If you want them to assist, if you want them to really bring their intervention, they do have to be asked to come in and to help you, because they do respect humanity's free will choices. And that is very true. So Archangel Michael asks whoever is guided, to him, or whoever is listening to this video right now, listening to this video, he wants you to know that you are good enough to contact him and work with him, to not feel like you're not good enough to reach out to a divine angel. He is there, and nothing is too trivial to ask him. Anything. If something really is bothering you, or something, whether it's perhaps fights with friends or family members or co-workers, or feeling lost, or feeling like you have an addiction, negative patterns of all types, habits, patterns, psychic cords, he's there. He's there to assist you to release those. And he's really there to help you to find your best footing, to put your best foot forward, to not be afraid to take the steps and make the decisions on your path to be who you're meant to be, to do your life's work, to feel strong enough to know that you are absolutely important here, and you're here to impact humanity. And that may look very different from somebody else. To not make any of those comparisons, but to simply be who you are. Whatever that is, it's perfect. It's more than good enough. So I know personally, myself working with Archangel Michael, that he has helped me with all of that. He's brought me a lot of clarity and a lot of confidence, and he's helped me free a lot of people from a lot of things, and not just, dark energy or negative energy within their souls and within their spaces, but just even connecting with clients in a session, and just getting into the very specific details of certain situations, wherever my client's at, whatever they need to heal. Archangel Michael, he many times steps forward to help those who really, really need that help. So I wanted to put that out there. So his color is blue. Blue stones work beautifully with Archangel Michael. I have a satellite stone right here, and it's a healing stone. It actually says recovery on it. So just focus in if you can see. Probably can't see that, but it's okay. It says recovery on it, and actually I think that's really perfect for now. I think many of us who have been on the spiritual path and have been doing a lot of inner work for a while now feel perhaps very tired and very drained from having done it so long. And Archangel Michael is simply reminding us that now is the time to recover and to find our faith and our strength again. Find that faith. Hold on to it. So satellite, great stone. Lapis lazuli, another really great stone, Egyptian stone that will resonate with Archangel Michael. These communication stones, blue. The color blue is always about communicating our truth. So Archangel Michael is an archangel of having that divine truth be expressed, however it needs to be expressed, through words, through actions, through other ways. Purple stones are great too. Sugilite, I hear, is a great one for Archangel Michael. I haven't personally worked with that, but I know that amethyst, you can't go wrong with amethyst. Amethyst is a very highly spiritually attuned stone belonging to your crown chakra, and it helps open you up to divine energy, to psychic energy. It really resonates with the archangels very well, so you could use amethyst to connect with Archangel Michael, no problem. So I definitely suggest that. I love fluorite. Purple fluorite is very, very similar to amethyst. And I found that purple fluorite really has very, very strong violet fire protection abilities. And it really helps to keep me very, very focused on my truth. And so purple fluorite is really a great alternative to amethyst. Both of them could be used to work with Archangel Michael. Sometimes I also like to use incense and oils. I think frankincense is just a great one to use for angels, for angel communication in general. Very protective, very spiritual oil. You can buy an Archangel Michael oil. This one I got from Third Eye Esoterics, which you can find online. It's a store here on Long Island. But there are dealers who sell oils that are made up for Archangel Michael, and you don't need these things. But you know, it's always nice. It does help with the energy. So if you're drawn to doing that, that's great. I also work with incense. So Angelica incense is great. They call that the Archangel, and Angelica is highly protective and really brings angelic energy through. So it's another one. Of course, you can burn frankincense. There's Palo Santos sticks, which is very closely related to frankincense. I talk about this on my protection techniques video. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely take a look. It's on the channel. But these are just extra ways, different ways of connecting. And I always suggest to clients to keep a blue candle burning for Archangel Michael, and to always ask for his protection, for his protective shield, and to ask for that protection over your full existence. You can either state full existence or full manifest, so that way Archangel Michael can completely protect you. You can protect all your multi-dimensional bodies across all timelines and all of that combined, because we're more than just our physical body, so we want to have that full protection. So that would be the best way to ask for protection. So Archangel Michael, wow, it's just, I get so emotional when I talk about him, because literally he has gotten me through some of my roughest times, my obstacles, my psychology, my emotions. He has taken me there. And of course, you know, all angels are there for us. Of course, you know, Jesus, the Christ energy, the Mother and Father source energy, God, Goddess. I'm absolutely not taking anything away, of course, from, you know, all the beautiful divine energies that exist, that are there to help us, to assist us, to guide us. But Archangel Michael, I feel a very close connection with, in terms of the angels. I just want to see if he wants me to talk about anything else in regards to how to work with him before I get into some of what's been happening this month. I'm just going to take a look at my notes and see. Yeah, he gives me the sense that is what he really wanted to bring out to all of you in terms of working with him. So reaching out to him, he definitely urges anyone who is watching this video, feels like they're going through a very difficult period in their life, and perhaps they're feeling like something is never going to happen in their lives, or they feel like the path for them is just very difficult. Yeah, he's saying some of you are feeling very alone, like alone in what you're going through with your spiritual path. Many of you feel like you just don't know who to talk to about what you're experiencing, and so Archangel Michael is saying to you that he is there to speak with and to understand, and that he will most definitely send you any signs that you need for validation. Here's something else that he just reminded me of, so I'm glad he does that. Those who may feel like they're under attack in dreams, they're having nightmares, or if they feel like there could be something going on in their dream space, Archangel Michael is asking that you just put that out there to him, that please, Archangel Michael, protect me in my dreams, protect me from any lower energies, and to please just protect me, protect my dream space as I sleep. And he will definitely do that. I have to tell you that there have been so many times where I just knew that there was something going on in my dream space, that it was some sort of, we'll say, psychic attack, and I would literally be able to speak to Archangel Michael within the dream, within my mind, to wake me up from the dream. So, the more you work with Michael and you bring him into your life, into your energy, the more present he can be. It can have much more of an impact for you. So reach out to Archangel Michael. Get yourself acquainted with him, not just through reading what you find on the internet, or not just through reading books, but those are all great, and I have definitely done that, but I always feel the best way to learn anything spiritual is just to truly experience it for yourself, and journal, write notes, keep track of what you're sensing. This also really builds your confidence with your own intuition. And no two journeys are going to look alike. So whatever your experiences may be, they may be very similar to someone else's, but you still have your own unique experiences. So definitely, life is the best lesson. You can learn so much, but until you personally experience it for yourself, you're never going to fully understand. So I just wanted to say that, because some people who get started to working with the angels, learning how to connect with them, they are very concerned of whether or not they're doing meditations correctly or not, or which books to buy, and and then we have a pileup of books, and they take meditation classes, and all these things are very, very helpful. They are, but I kind of want to put it out there that when is it too much? When is it overwhelming? When does all of that scrounging for knowledge from an outside source, when does that have a limitation? What are the limitations of it? So just know that your own experiences are going to be key to your development, and key to your path, key to what you're here to bring to humanity. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for those of you who maybe don't know Archangel Michael. Now, as far as what has been happening, it's been very intense since full moon. For those of you who have been watching any other videos or card readings, anything like that, you're most likely gonna find that we're all talking about very similar things, and that's because there very much is a major portal going on right now, and I didn't even know that there was a portal going on, and this is why I said searching for outside information is not always the best way. I knew that there was a portal going on because I was feeling it within myself. I just felt like there was this major energy coming through, and that things were feeling very emotional, and there was a change happening, and I knew. And that's always the best way, when you can be in tune with that. So Archangel Michael and I had a conversation about this just before I shot this video. And for those of you who don't know, I get a lot of things direct, and I also do a lot of automatic writing. So it's a series of both. So I do a lot of channeling. And what Archangel Michael was telling me is that this was truly a galactic portal of balance, and he called it a divine masculine activation portal. So now we're kind of going to rear into the twin flame journey, and I know that so many of you have been on this journey for a long time, and there's been so many different stages with it and a lot of different shifting, and it's been very exhausting. Me being a twin flame myself, I can relate. I understand. I do so many sessions with twin flames to bring through messages from the angels. And some twin flames also they need to have someone to speak with who gets it. And I tell you, I get it. Because I am a twin flame, I do understand it. And it's been, we'll say, a really interesting and intense 5 years now. 2012, okay? And 2012 is when a majority of divine feminines have awakened. And with that awakening, so much has changed. So much has changed for so many of us. We were made aware that this twin flame dynamic is the truth. A lot of us learned who our twin flames were. More importantly, we began learning who we were. Because I think that so many of us have just lost that. And, so much transformation has happened since we've met our divine masculine. And that could either be on the 5D level or the 3D, because it doesn't matter, it's going to affect you. The energy is going to shift. You're going to go through all the different stages. There's runner, there's chaser, there's purging, all of that type of thing. Many times happens. A lot of pain involved, but yet I don't want to focus on the pain of it, because so much positivity came from it. So much emerging of ourselves, who we are, why we're here, what feels good to us, what no longer serves us. So many really big questions. So even though, the divine feminine had to go through so much of this, I'm not saying the divine masculine has not. I'm just saying this from a feminine standpoint, that so many of the divine feminine had really had to take this upon themselves and go through a lot of this and be leaders of this dynamic for a long time. Whether or not the divine masculine was, starting to awake or wasn't awake at all, her energy was most definitely affecting his energy on a 5D level. And this has helped the divine masculine. So no matter what the divine feminine has felt, and some of the difficulties of why this is happening, why isn't it happening, why is he doing this, why is he not doing this, why is he coming forward only to run away again, all of that, and sometimes judgment and blame and ego interferes. We're human, we're here, we're having a human experience. So sometimes those things can't be helped. But it gave the opportunity to release so many of these patterns. to release so much, to release it in order to go higher. So the Divine Feminine's really found herself. And it's such a beautiful thing. And that's not taking anything away from the Divine Masculine. But it's all about timing. It's all about timing and also divine will. So really surrendering to the process was required here. But it's been a 5-year journey for many of us. You know, I thought that I was the only one who awakened in 2012 to the twin flame dynamic. And I've come to find out that it's been on a mass scale. So keeping that in mind now with the Divine Feminine and being awakened, many of us in 2012, and here we have this next juncture, 2017 in May. So this portal, you know, I'm getting different dates with this, but according to Archangel Michael, he said it was around May 16th, and it'll be also to around May 25th, but give or take a couple of days, because you always feel a lot of it a couple of days before, and then you feel a lot of it a couple of days after, so give or take, it's around there. And what he relayed to me is that it really has to do with the Divine Masculine this time, primarily. It's an activation for him. It's an activation of him coming into balance. His heart being activated. His emotions finally coming into balance with his logic. So, yeah, this balance is intense. I get this as the Divine Masculine's mass awakening. Yes. So maybe some have felt like their twin flame, their masculine, was awakened before, or sort of awakening, sort of slumbering, sort of hitting snooze. This is not a snooze button type of awakening. This is pretty intense, and the emotions that the Divine Feminine have been feeling around this time, around full moon, around now, if you guys are getting very out of the blue, and I had this happen the other night, so I can definitely attest to this. Just emotions, like getting overwhelmed with emotions, or perhaps tears out of the blue, and you're wondering, what the heck was that? It's most likely your Divine Masculine with his heart being activated, and you're feeling it. So this activation is, definitely twin flame related for sure, and I got it from Archangel Michael for the masculine. Yeah, he talks about that the 5D connection for many of you out there, whereas it felt and it was connected on that 5D level, 5D communication, this is now grounding. This is stabilizing. This is no longer going to stay in those heights anymore. So if there are those of you out there who are feeling like this connection, this 5D connection is either slowed up drastically or altogether stopped, it's because union is imminent for many of you. For many. Okay, I could never say that it's for all, because not everyone is meant to experience twin flame union here. However, how I have felt it and perceived it, that if so many of you Divine Feminines have been on this journey and experiencing all this and have been getting all the signs and symbols and have been doing this back and forth dance, you most likely are going to be in union. But if you're not relating to any of this, sounds interesting, but none of this has been you, and you may have a twin flame, but you're not meant to have that journey here. So for those of you who have been on this journey authentically and have been going through all of this, this portal, this galactic portal, these energies are taking everything that you have mostly experienced on the 5D level, or some of you entirely, and it's now being brought to manifestation. It's being stabilized. So if you're feeling that the dynamic is very different and it feels very, how do I describe this? Not so much of a incredible, vivid dream, but more of a palpable reality of, oh my God, I just feel like this is going to happen. I just feel like this is very human now. I feel like this is very 3D. If you're feeling that really big shift in that sense, then this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm trying to describe. The dynamic has changed. It doesn't feel as high up here anymore. It feels like, oh my gosh, you mean this is actually possible? This can actually happen in my human form? And if you guys are feeling that out there, like I know I have been feeling it, and I was feeling this before I knew that there was any portal. I had no idea. But that was the very strong sense that I got. Like, okay, wow, Divine Feminine, you did all this work. You went through all this. It was not for nothing. You stuck with it. You took yourself and you developed yourself and you did your inner work. You sometimes had to just, when I say let go, I mean not completely forget about the Divine Masculine, but a lot of us had to just say, all right, you know what, it is what it is. I'm going to surrender it. I'm going to try my best to not think about him or let these 3D triggers affect me anymore, because I had enough of it. And I'm just going to go and I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to build myself, find myself, and really put myself into my solo mission, my life's work. And just whatever happens with him, you know what, I don't even want to know about it. I'm just going to kind of, it's like that, you can never really disconnect from your twin, but it's just in here to just disconnect and just say, all right, you know, I can't do anything else. You know, surrendering is not a bad thing, because you're not giving up on the connection. You know, you're merged. These energies have merged for so many of us last year. You know, the higher selves have merged. You can't get rid of your twin flame. But sometimes, you know, we come to a point where we just don't want to deal with the 3D, I hate to say bullshit, but you just don't want to deal with the 3D bullshit anymore. You don't want to deal with all the triggers and the heartaches and everything that comes along with that. And you're just like, enough. I am just going to stick with myself. I love him. That's great. But let him do his own thing, since he's not awakened and I can't deal with it anymore. I can't push it any further. Then I'm just going to deal with me. And you know what? That was a great choice and a very committed, right thing to do for many of you, for many of us. But it doesn't feel like that now with this portal. And what Michael has been telling me is that it is really about the union now, guys. It is. And for those of you who are kind of like, I don't even know, like, do I believe that this is going to happen anymore after all this time? I don't know how I feel about that. You know, for those of you who are feeling that, I totally get it. And you know what? You're right where you should be if you're feeling that, because now is the time. That's why you're feeling that. You're feeling that because now is that last stage for many of us. The process of union has begun. Now, I think this is important to mention, the process of union, because some people feel, oh my God, union's gonna jump like right into, you know, wedding bells. But keeping with the process of the unfolding and the ways that unfold best for both, and in the timing, is key here. So just recognize that union is not always, more so than not, a quick jump into union type thing. It could be for some of you, but that's not always the case. So just to keep in mind that there's a process, the communication here and there, it's a back and forth dance. However, especially with this portal, the process of union is assisted here. It really is assisted, and it's stabilizing that 5D connection that you had with him and bringing it here. And this, guys, is the awakening, Archangel Michael says, for the divine masculine. To finally, either if he hasn't become aware of it fully, he will be fully. For those who just didn't know anything, you know how you had to go through this and understand it, and you felt alone, and you felt like, oh, maybe he doesn't care. This is balance. This portal is about the balance. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it, and so you don't have to worry. Just want to just kind of speaking freely from what's coming through, but just to refer to my notes. Yeah, I talked about a lot of this. So now it's the awakening of the divine masculine on a massive scale. All of you divine feminine who were just about had it and you're done. Okay, you definitely, whatever you got to do to celebrate. Even if you didn't see anything happen yet, or you didn't have the communication yet, whatever. Celebrate. The energies are here. And because they are here, please do not ignore any of the strong guidance you're getting to take action. Not force. I did a blog on this, so if you guys haven't checked that out on the paranormalpriestess.com, you may find it very helpful. I did a video also on surrendering to divine will and divine timing. Important here. So this is not about force, but this is about if you are getting very clear guidance to take action in terms of truth. Archangel Michael's blue light. Blue. Clear, honest, truthful communication. This is highlighted now, guys. Archangel Michael said this is highlighted, and to just understand that you don't need to necessarily know how that communication is going to play out, whether it's with your beloved directly, whether it's indirectly with people that he knows, whatever the way is that you're going to communicate this truth, however it's orchestrated, however you're guided to do it, trust it. But don't forget to just surrender it and just stay grounded with everything, stay present, and don't get too ahead of yourself. Even if you do get some communication back from your divine masculine, I tell this to my clients, please breathe. Great. It was communication. Take it for what it is. Be grateful for the communication, that chance to be communicating, and just allow it. I think this is a really important time for, I don't want to say I feel this is a really important time for the divine feminine to be very compassionate of the feelings of the divine masculine, because a lot of this is very new to him, and it can be just very overwhelming, and he may not understand some of this. So just be respectful and very compassionate. So if you are guided to take action, to communicate, this is wonderful. But try not to get so ahead of yourself, and just take it for what it is, and just let him be. Okay? He's not gonna run off, to another planet somewhere. He's there. Just allow it. Archangel Michael had mentioned that all obstacles, and this is important to know too for those who have been very disappointed in the past with how things turned out, but any interferences or obstacles or challenges are now being completely addressed by the divine. Any karmic partnerships, things of that nature are, especially on the divine masculine side, are being dissolved, released, cleansed out. So things are going to be very different from how you've experienced it. Again, let me say it again. Things are going to be very different from how you experienced it. And the reason why I'm repeating this is because I know so many of you are like, well, it didn't work out last time, and if I did that, he may react that way, and I don't want to have to deal with those emotions. This portal, these energies now, how things are, it is not the same. It is completely clean the slate, clean it of all of that, especially in regards to taking guided action, being in the fear that those same things are going to happen again. Guaranteed they are not. Why? Because the divine masculine is not going to be within the same space anymore. Oh no. So the way you interacted with his 5D self, this now is going to be who he's becoming, his process of becoming. So he's going to be a brand new man, a man who's fully aware of his feminine side within himself, as well as his feminine counterpart coming to balance. Okay, this is going to balance out a lot of your energies as well, divine feminine. However, it really is focused on the divine masculine, because it's just what he needs. So, just allow for it. So belief and trust, Archangel Michael is saying, must, hold very tightly. Believe, trust it, understand what he is going through, what he's trying to understand, the intensity of what he's feeling that he's never felt before. Please be understanding and respectful of these feelings. Just because you have been doing this for a long time and you feel winded and tired of the, push and pull of it all, please know that, love is patient. Love is kind, that saying. Don't judge him. Let him go through this. The divine assistance, this portal, is massively helping him. See if there's anything else that I missed here. I think I pretty much covered it. The way they put it is that the divine masculine will be summoned out of his slumber. He's being called. Just like you were called into the awareness, he's being called into the awareness, into that energy, that heart energy. This is the final push. So, no worries. Everything is very much being grounded, and for those of you who have lost all communication, I'll say this again, with the divine masculine, or most of it on the 5D level, take this as a surefire sign that he's not completely gone. He's coming here. Right here. Not, where you used to meditate and connect with him and that sort of sense, and, have these different adventures and different, outings with him and 5D, and which has been beautiful, and you've definitely affected your divine masculine and helped him in that sense. But it's coming here, guys. It's physically manifesting now, and this portal is ushering that in. So this is amazing. This is amazing. And, I was only going to do an Archangel Michael video on just how to work with Archangel Michael, but he wanted to give this strong message to those of you who are twin flames as well. And of course, how I am, if this has to come out to humanity, it's coming out. I do videos on all different things, and I'm into the paranormal as well. And you just saw that I had a paranormal location that I went to that I made a vlog. So I'm into many different things. I'm also into ceremony and magic and the earth religion and that kind of thing, druidry. So I like to do videos on all different types of things, spiritual things. So I don't primarily do videos on twin flames. However, whatever's going to come through, because I am a twin flame myself, but whatever's going to come through for humanity that's going to serve them best, this is what the message is, guys. And it is for those of you who are divine feminine, who don't know where you stand anymore. You're going to be standing next to your divine masculine. That's where it's going to stand. So just allow the higher energies to do their work and to assist him, and be very compassionate and respectful to that, because it is happening. So Archangel Michael congratulates all of you who have been on this path. Many of you since 2012, and now this 2017 is the time where this is truly going to be manifested unconditional love on the planet. So really beautiful, fantastic message. And for those of you, again, who have never worked with Archangel Michael, don't know how to, maybe have felt kind of nervous about it, or whatever the case may be, Archangel Michael is just an amazingly strong angel to help you through all of it. And please, feel free, like if you feel that you really could definitely use a boost of confidence, or if you want Archangel Michael to really step in even more to protect your union as this is happening, don't be afraid to call on him. He's there to call upon him, and he can work with so many, at the same time. So you're not bothering him at all, and he's there. And I love lighting my candle for him and working with him in many ways. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I love connecting with you guys. When you leave comments or questions, I love it. I love talking to people. I've met so many amazing people. Thank you so much, subscribers. Thank you so much who have left comments, who have also, left questions. Those who have become clients. It's amazing. I am so humbled. I'm so honored. And I'm here for you as best as I can. And, you can go to theparanormalpriestess.com if you want to learn more about me, about the services that I offer. I most definitely do very personalized sessions by phone, by Skype. For those who are in the New York area, Long Island area, I do it in person. And I can really focus in on your spiritual team and the specific energies and the specific messages that are only for you. It's a lot of healing tips in there. And if you are curious about your twin flame, the dynamic, what's happening within that dynamic, I'm also there for that as well. But I do generalized, like I do angelic communication and psychic medium work and spirit extraction work for anyone. But yes, I do assist twin flames. Many of my clients are twin flames as well. So on that note, I'm on social media. I just want to mention that again. If you want to go on to my Facebook page, The Paranormal Priestess. I'm on Twitter. You can follow the YouTube Twitter at Para_Priestess_YT. I also have my personal one at Para_Priestess, and I'm a Twitterholic, so you will definitely be able to connect with me on there. And that's it. And I'm wishing you the brightest blessings. Just enjoy the journey. And as I always remind everyone, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Take care, guys. Until next time.